Hello, welcome. I'm Kimberly with At Home with Chic and Grace, and I've got a few fun projects lined up for us today. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how I pull it all together on my front step. So I always do my front steps up for different seasons. And because up in Canada here, well, there's no way you're putting plants out there yet. So I did up some faux planters out there, so I will show those to you guys. And then I like to decorate it up a little bit. I'm going to do a couple little things to add in just before Easter. I debated even sharing this because you can't get your hands on these cute little Easter bunny cutouts anymore. They're sold out, but if you have the silk screen transfer, you could trace them, and if you got a wood cutter, you can cut them. My husband has cut them for me before. If you're local to me, I do have a couple extra sets. So I'm still going to show you how to do them because hopefully they'll be bringing them back next year, or just connect with me because I've got a few extra sets. So we're going to do those. We're going to make a cute sign. I've got an old wooden chair sitting outside, and every season I make a new sign to hang on it. So we're going to do a cute one for Easter. I'll change it up again for spring, but this is all Easter. So last year I had these tags, which are super cute, hanging off my faux planters that I've got done up there before I can actually put flowers out. But I added a little bit of this corally color in this year to my spring decor. So I'm gonna do different color on the backs of these tags. And I did make some of my own silk screen transfers. So, because I wanted something specific on these. So I'm gonna show you what I made, what we're gonna put on there. All right, so let's get started. Just gonna get these bows out of the way. I've got two little bows that I already tied. I'll show you how I tied them. I don't know, I'm using this color for sure. It's like this cute little pinky, and it's got some shimmer in it. And then of course, like my turquoisey eucalyptus, I call it all the time because it looks exactly like the eucalyptus paint. But I think one of them might get little pink bow. I will also share with you guys what I did to these bunnies last year, because I had a couple sets of these bunnies from last year. Some of them I didn't even do anything to but sand the edges to reveal some of the brown underneath, and then just glue a little greenery and bow on. And the other ones just got little faces on it. That was last year's silk screen transfers. I'll put the links below so that you can still go and get all the transfers, so you can have them ready for this year. I know you won't have them in time for Easter this year. So sorry about that. Really hoped that I was going to get this done a lot sooner for you guys, but that's how things go sometimes. Okay, so I already know that I want my bunnies to be facing this way, so I'm going to use the words for the big bunny, the standing bunny. And oh, it looks like I'm using the words for both of them. So, oh, wait a second. Nope, that's not true. I just told you a lie. Okay, which is good because I didn't want words on both of them. I get to use flowers on this guy and words on the other guy. That's good. Okay, so I'm also contemplating on colors that I'm going to do these guys in. I think that just because I've got enough greenery happening, I am going to do my big guy in the Sunset Drive. Someday I'm going to remember the name of this. It's a new paste, so I keep forgetting it. And then I think I'll put a cream bow on this guy. And then I think I'm going to do the words on this guy in the storm and put the little pink bow on. We'll see. if we don't like it, I can change it. Okay, so I'm gonna do the big guy first. Normally with a brand new transfer, because you see me cut this apart, haven't used it yet, you would want to fuzz, but there's hardly any of the sticky stuff that is actually touching the bunny, so I'm not fuzzing and I'm not waxing. This is a chalk couture surface. I rarely have had to wax a chalk couture surface. They are pretty much good to go. So you just want to take some time and, sorry, sometimes I can't talk and do things at the same time. Just want to take some time, line it up, press it down, the little bit of sticky that is there. By the sticky, I mean any of the blue parts that are there. You really want to rub those down. Get any air bubbles out. You can do it with your fingers. Also take your squeegee and run over them. All right, so I've got my paste here. And I'm going to start in the middle. This is what I like to do when I'm working on these cutouts, and because there's just not a lot of surface for it to stick to, right? And I don't want it to move around. So I like to work my way out. That also helps with pushing air bubbles out to the edge if you didn't get any, like the odd one out when you were getting them out to begin with. Okay, now, whoops, don't need that much. It's hard to know where to hang on to it, so I'm just slipping my fingers underneath, holding onto his ear, and finishing up the bottom here. You don't want to waste any of your paste either, so when you're done, just put it all right back in your jar. Oh my goodness, it's just so cute. Just lift up nice and slow, because that way if you missed a spot, you can very easily lay it back down. You guys, look how sweet that is. These little bunnies are gonna sit in lanterns on my front step. They're gonna be super cute there. Okay, I'm just putting this back on its backer sheet. I'm setting it to the side. You can spritz it down a little bit, but I know we're just going to be moments and I'm going to pause while these dry and go up and rinse. So, but if you're at home and you don't want to run up and rinse, sometimes I just keep, and sometimes I keep a little clipboard here. I'll clip it on, and I've got my water here, and I'll just spray it. And so that it doesn't dry out on me if I know I'm going to be a few more minutes. Okay, so I know we're done with this color because I'm going to use the Storm next. So I'll just wipe that off. I don't have to, I just like to clean them right away. To me, I find it's easier to clean the squeegees right away before the paste all dries on them. Because then I can just use it again right away for the next color. Okay, I'm gonna just move this guy to the side. Make sure I've got none on my fingers. I feel like I do. So, love to have the baby wipes beside me. All right, get this cute little guy done. Again, no need to fuzz. I feel like there's even less on here to hold on and to stick than the other guy. So, oh, it's gonna be so cute. So cute. So squeegee this out. Yeah, see there's an air bubble right there. So the edge is having a hard time laying down, but there's hardly anything for it to stick. So you just have to be patient with it. And whoopsies, we're just about to drop that guy all over the place. So this one for sure, I want to be able to start in the middle, and I'm gonna just push it out, and I'm just gonna go, well, I'd like to just go once, but it was having a hard time covering. So just gentle. You're just gliding it on like you are buttering some toast. And just finishing up his ear there. Okay. I'm not leaving any excess paste on, and I know he's not laying down very nicely on the tail, so just wanted to be really careful, just gliding over that again. Let's see. It's so hard to know where to hold on to it. Okay. So I want to make sure I have no squeegee lines, so I'm just very gently getting rid of squeegee lines. Oh, I got a tiny little spot right there. Okay, here it is. Pull up nice and slow. Oh, yes. Oh, it's perfect, you guys. Perfect. So even when it didn't quite stick on the tail, nothing bled, and it's perfect. It's so cute. So I always like to sand my edges up a little bit. That's just me. This looks perfect exactly the way it is. You wouldn't have to do that, but we're gonna let these dry, and I am gonna go and clean those two silk screens out so that we've got them for another time. Didn't get all that back in there. And then I will come back once these are dry, show you what I like to do to the edges, and get some bows put on them and get into the next couple projects. All right, be back shortly. Hey, okay, back from cleaning up the stencils. Our bunnies are both dry. Within minutes, this stuff dries so quickly. So we are going to glue a little bit of greenery on them, and we're going to put some cute bows on them. So I've got my hot glue gun beside me here, and I've just got some scraps. I'm going to use this lamb's ear, and I'm just going to cut off just a couple pieces. I like to just cut off the individual leaves because I find that they just lay down and glue better. So I'm going to, got this cute little pink shimmery bow that's going on this gray guy here. Oh yes, I know. Now this is hard for you to see until I get it glued on, but he's gonna be super cute. And remember, I'm gonna show you guys how I style all this in the end anyways. So, little bit of glue. I'm sorry. We have a few animals in this house, so if you don't have a cat here, you may hear the dog howling at times. Okay. So I've glued both of those on into the middle, and I'm just gonna trim up my ribbon just a wee bit. I just cut those on an angle, and yep, I'm gonna glue that right in. Okay, hey, go over there and play with that string. You don't need to be here right now. Okay, a little bit of glue on the back of the bow. We'll put that on. Just gonna hold it, and then, yes. Oh, I really like the gray bunny with the pink bow. And if a person wanted to, they could, and I actually will probably just trim up the bow a little bit more so it's not quite so long. Yeah, there. So just a cute little bow there. Okay, let's get the big guy done because we've got two more projects that we want to get done today. So I'm not using this little eucalyptus one. So I had just like a plain cottony cream bow, and then I had this one. Gosh, this is so many years old. This is out of my scrapbooking stash from Close to My Heart, and I really like that, but I cut that too short. So this is all I've got left. So I'm going to use it. And really, I like to do bunny ears. So I'm going to have some help here. All right, 2 bunny ears. And I just play back and forth. So I make it really small, then pull to tighten it, and then just back and forth. Might have to pull it again. I could have made it a little closer to this edge here, but I find giving yourself some room to work with makes this process so much easier. Okay, and then I've got a cute little bow. Actually, both sides are really cute. So, but I'm using that side, so I'm just gonna cut, oh yeah, that and that. Oh, it needs to be on a little bit more of an angle. Okay, so we can get those out of the way now. Like a little bit more lamb's ear. I want this to lay flat again, so, well, flat-ish, right? So I think I'm gonna do a little on an angle. Yeah, okay. Just gonna glue this down so that it is right where I want it. So I've just, hopefully it won't fall off, I've just got it a little bit on an angle there. And then I'll add a little bit of glue to the back side of my bow. We'll put that on. Oh, I didn't show you how I sand my edges. Completely forgot. Maybe I won't sand these ones. I'll show you anyhow. Sometimes, so what I do, okay, so I'm just gonna leave these guys, okay? But otherwise, sanding block, and I just sand the edges. I'll show you on the back side. I'm gonna just show you like a little bit. You probably can't even see that. But I just go through, and where the sander naturally would hit it, takes a little bit more than that. You can also use an electric sander too. I've done that before. On the other ones I'm going to show you the picture of, I actually used the electric sander on them because I sanded a lot. But you can see how it just takes off a little bit on the edges there. Okay, so these guys are done. And my goodness, look how stinking cute they are. They are going to look so good on my front step. So in my front step, I gotta reach. I had last year, and I'm going to show photos on my blog post that'll be coming out soon. I'm not entirely sure when. It just depends when the website launches, which will be soon. Maybe I'll try to include this in the video as well here. But I had got these tulips off of Amazon, which they're pretty cute looking, and I thought that they were great for outside. But they were white last year, and last year I had put them out there white and they all yellowed on me. So this is the only one I haven't painted, and I completely forgot to film me painting them, but you'll be able to see them. Honestly, I took 3 colors. This is just an old Americana Satins powder pink, and I took a little bit of Americana Peaches and Cream and Electric Pink, and some white, and I just randomly brushed it, like I mixed these colors together. I painted the whole tulip with this powder pink. I mixed these 2 colors together to give me the peachy pink that I wanted, and put the shadows in. And like when I say I randomly did this, I randomly did this. I just thought, oh, there'll be some dark here, like around the base, where the petals meet, and then white, and blended it together. And you'll see them, they look pretty cute. Okay, So we're gonna put these aside and we're gonna get onto the next guy here, which is Egg Hunt This Way. This is gonna be so simple. I can't get into this. Should have had this opened already for you guys. There we go. All right. So this is a 2-pack. These are just the simple shapes that you can get from Couture. And again, I'll put all the links below. So you get 2 of them in here. And I am going to punch holes in them. I cannot for the life of me remember what this thing is called, but it's We Are Memory Keepers, and on the sides here it's got 2 different sizes of punches. I use the big side and I punch 2 holes in here and tie some jute in, and that is how we're going to tie it to the chair on the front step. Okay, so I haven't used this before. I'm just going to pull up the fuzzing cloth. Just gonna fuzz it a little bit. These are really nice and sticky, so fuzzing it just takes away some of the stickiness. Don't worry, it comes back after you wash them, but it protects your surfaces and from paint peeling up. It also helps your transfers from not stretching when you peel them back up. Okay. I think that's good. That's where I want it. Make sure all the air bubbles out. I'm using Storm on the arrow, and I'm using Eucalyptus on, oh wait, I'm doing it the other way around. I'm doing Storm on the words, Eucalyptus on the arrow. That's what I'm doing. All right. So this will take no time at all. Get enough on there, make sure it's all covered, scrape it off. Okay, Eucalyptus on the arrow, same thing, there's lots on there. Scrape it off. I don't like to have squeegee marks. Okay, peel up nice and slow, just in case you missed something, didn't have enough pressure. Looks wonderful. Yep, it's great. Okay, so I'm just gonna set that on there. I'll be washing this right away. All right, let me show you this actually. It's cute. So cute. Okay, this is nice and dry now. I just finished hitting it with the dryer, and I am gonna measure. There's measurements on here. So, okay, so I want, oh, that's gonna be perfect. Actually, if I line this up, I want it right there. Just lining it up with the E, and I'm gonna line it up with the Y. Punching my holes in. It's like these things are crocodile. That's what they're called. It's so easy to punch your holes. Okay, I am then gonna just take my jute from the back side. I just want a quick knot on the top here. And I'll do like a spring sign on the other side when I'm freshening this up and taking all the Easter stuff down. I'll come back on with another video for the spring, and we'll just do it right on the other side. But I'll leave the knots on the Easter side, and then when it's on the spring side, well, there won't be any knots. So, and both look good. I do the same thing like at Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I just like to change it up all the time, so it doesn't need very much to hang there. So let's pull it down, then we'll tie this. There we go. Okay, it's gonna be super cute. Can't wait to show it to you. Hey, okay, so back for the last project. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, these are the little tags I did that I hung on my planters on my front step last year, but I want something different on them this year, and I want something that is more Easter related. I'm just gonna take the string off that I have on them. So I wanted something more specific on these, and I didn't have any CUTOUTS silkscreen transfers for that, so I made my own. So on one of them, it's going to say Easter Blessings, and the other one, I actually already did a tag that's hanging on a vase in my living room, and it's carrots, and it says 25 cents each on it. So we're going to use these. Still using CUTOUTS chalk paste. So we are going to get right at this, and then at the end you'll be able to see how it's all pulled together. One thing I should mention is before I hang any of these outside, I will just take and lightly spray them with some Krylon sealer. I have a pretty sheltered area, but I've done this for a few years now and everything's been fine. One of these, the side, maybe is a little bit more worn and chippy, but I've also sanded my edges on that side too. But they're fine. And besides that, I like them a little bit more worn and chippy, but nothing's peeling off, nothing's faded, everything's beautiful and great. All right, just lining this up. I want this to almost be in the center, maybe a little higher. I want it straight too. Alrighty, same thing. I'm going to press down. I'm going to do the Easter in the eucalyptus and the blessings in the Sunset Drive. Like I said, someday I'm actually going to remember the name. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just pulling. Now, I'm not sure why there is a streak of a different color there, which is really, really weird. No idea what that is and where it came from. I'm going to try to go back over it and hopefully it doesn't come through. Most of it actually isn't even on my transfer, so that's good. Okay, I want to work really quick here because I don't want this to dry. So I'm just going to hit the blessings on the bottom. Sorry, sometimes when you're doing the details, you can't talk and do it at the same time. Perfect. Just always go up slow when you're peeling off any silkscreen transfer so that if you missed anything, you can lay it back down. But look how cute it is. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so this one, we're gonna do carrots all in the Sunset Drive, and then the word carrots and the 25 cents on the bottom is gonna be in the eucalyptus. Pull that down just a smidge. Okay, and I just work from the top down here. And because I want to take my time on my carrots, I'm just going to lift that top part up. Now you could do the carrot tops in the eucalyptus as well, and the carrots in the bottom, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do this all together. I made a pretty fine stencil. It's actually a silk screen, not a stencil, but so I don't want to be mussing with details here, but there. And the reason why I was lifting it up part way is so my chalk paste doesn't, if I ended up taking longer, which I didn't even need to do that. But if I did take too long, pulling it up releases the paste from the silk screen so that it doesn't dry in there, because I find these ones a little harder to clean out. Okay, super cute. Okay guys, that wraps it up for these projects, but stay tuned because pictures are to come and showing you how I pull it all together. And see you next time. Bye.